Hi gorgeous souls, and welcome to this new pick a card reading. So this month is all about what is coming up for you in November, what messages you may be needing to hear, what guidance that can be given to you. So if you're new to pick a card readings, all you need to do is just take a moment to notice which pile you feel drawn to. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3 and pile number 4. So just take a moment just to intuitively choose which pile you feel drawn to, and then click on the timestamp below that links to your card reading. So this reading is for my pile number 1, so let's see what we've got in store for you today. We have 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, the Lovers and Strength reversed. So this reading is really about, when we've got Pentacles and Cups, it's really about your material world right now. So November will be focused on what it is that you are wanting to bring your awareness to. When we've got the 7 of Pentacles, it's all about where our intention is going. So when we've got this card, it's like, what is it that you're wanting to grow more of in your life? What are you needing to focus on? Because right now you might be feeling like you're lacking in a lot of abundance. You may have a lot of money worries, financial worries, but in the back of your mind there is a new project coming up that you are really wanting to spend more time doing. It's just that sometimes that you can easily get distracted. So the 4 of Cups is about focusing on just one thing at a time, not being like this girl in the image where on one side she's got a pile of cups that are empty and she's feeling a bit stuck, but then she's got this cup here filled with this rainbow beautiful energy and she's kind of ignoring this one. So it feels like you've put your time and energy into things that haven't really served you in the long run, but there is something in the back of your mind that is wanting you to explore a whole new avenue, a whole new way of thinking and of doing and being with certain things. And when we've got the Lovers card, we're also needing to be more open and honest in our communication with the people in our lives. So this card is really about finding balance with loved ones, really being honest with them. Are you feeling truly supported, or are you maybe giving out more energy than what actually you're getting back? It's important that we work on bringing in this sort of yin-yang energy, this masculine feminine energy, and this can mean also within us balancing our feminine and masculine wisdom. But I feel like with the Lovers card, it's really about having the strength to speak our truth and speak our mind about how it is that we are truly really feeling. Because when we've got the Strength card reversed, it can mean that sometimes we're not always being honest with ourselves, how we're feeling. With the Strength often means that going through a tough time, but trying to go through it all alone and feeling like everything's on your shoulders and it's all one really big struggle. Excuse me. So when we've got the Strength card reversed, it's really about changing our perspective and speaking up more. So I feel like with the throat chakra, like maybe you're having issues around your throat in the month of November where you're literally not being able to really speak up because you're having some blocks there that are needing to be cleared. So let's see what else we have. So we have friendship, a listening ear, so yeah, definitely. Nature, time out, solitude, and born communicator. You love to gather information. So yeah, definitely. So when we've got the Friendship card, I mean, the Lovers card can mean romantic, but it can also mean close friendships as well. Maybe you're giving out more than what you're getting, or maybe you're not feeling as supported as you normally would in your friendships. So in the month of November, it's really about reaching out to those friends that you feel a close bond with, that you feel like is your soul family, your soul tribe. And just taking more time with your friends, just speaking to them on an honest level. I think sometimes we wash over how we're really feeling. I mean, you might be a really good listener, but are you good at letting other people know how you're feeling? Or are you just really good at being an empathic ear where you're listening to them and their problems, but you're not really letting them know about yourself? And I fall into this trap myself, to be honest, where I kind of get a bit closed off when I'm struggling with my own emotions, and I don't really know how to put them into words. And I feel like with yourself that could be a really similar problem, because there's issues or blocks around your throat chakra, so you may have issues with speaking up about how you're really feeling. So the solution to this, and the solution card that's come up, is really get out in nature, time out, solitude. So maybe it's okay to not always have, you might be in the month of November having issues around loneliness, or maybe not feeling as connected to people as you usually do, but maybe use this time instead to work through your emotions. How are you really feeling? Have some sort of self-care routine that really provides support for you. So that could be either meditating, taking longer walks, connecting to the trees, gardening, connecting to our pets, doing the things that really nourish our soul. And by doing that, your energy will open up more. And I feel like those friendships, the friends that maybe you've not spoken to in a while, will come back. But you are a born communicator, so it might not be like you to have issues around your throat, because you are very chatty, you are very outgoing, you love to help others, you're very good at giving practical solutions, but when it comes to your own life, sometimes you don't really listen to your own intuition because you try and think your way through things. So this month in November, it's really about being guided by your intuition, by your heart, and noticing what it is that you're being guided to learn to do. And then we've also got the golden children. So inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. And we also have the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So you've got two very high energy cards that come through here. The golden children card is really showing that you are one of those light workers. You may have been born between sort of the late 80s to early 2000. If that's not the case for you, it could be that you're also an indigo child. But the golden child is somebody who's very empathic, who has who may have had issues in the past with doing their sort of inner child healing. You may have had a tough time through childhood where you've had to take on other people's problems, and you may have had to grow up much faster than most. So you're very wise, you're very caring, and you're very empathic. And you have this deep, loving tenderness to you where you open your heart to people. You're very loving. You could be a very, it's like this mothering energy. And that's interesting because we've got the Hathors. So I don't know if you are already a mother, but the Hathors often comes forward to those who are maybe needing to do a bit of mothering for themselves, do a bit more self-care for themselves. Because it feels like you're spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to get everything done right away, how to get your plans in place, how to bring more success into your life, but you're not actually focusing on nourishing your own energy, your own soul, and focusing inward on that. So the month of November is really going to be a time for you to slow down and go inward. And finally, we've got the anger card. Safely express your anger, use anger as a positive force, and honour all your emotions as sacred. So that's really interesting because this card is talking about repressed anger, those times where people have maybe hurt us or said something that have hurt us in the past, or again going back to sort of childhood where you're still having to go through some childhood healing, processing trauma. This is all about shadow work, and this is interesting because the month of November is very much about that. This is very linked to Scorpio energy, where we're learning to process our anger in a way that is not toxic to us and our environment. So when we do spiritual work, it's often seen as like we're only working with the light, so we're only always working with the positive, but in fact that's not the case. Doing spiritual work is about honouring your shadow side, honouring those deep emotions that we try and stifle or block down, and in the long run that causes us more pain. It can cause more anxiety in your life, more stress, it can cause sleep problems, it can cause problems with your eating habits. So a lot of the issues that comes up around our anger can be seen in everyday society, where people end up having these bursts of anger, outrage for no real reason. So the month of November is about you learning how to process your anger, how to feel into it. Those moments where you feel like somebody's not listened to you, or they've done or said something that have hurt you, instead of just swallowing your emotions, try and find a way to communicate how you're feeling in a way that is honest, that isn't hurtful to them, but is honest. So if they take it wrong, then that is really their lesson. But you have to be honest in how you speak and how you feel your emotions this month. So it's a lot of powerful energy coming up for you. So I hope that reading resonated with you, pal number one. If it did, please comment below and please share with anybody that might enjoy this type of reading. So thank you. Hi gorgeous souls, so this reading is for my pal number 2, and this is all about what is coming up for you in the month of November. So let's see what for cards we have. We have 6 of Pentacles reversed, we have 6 of Cups, we have 4 of Pentacles, and then we have 9 of Swords. Okay, so when we've got the Cups, so it's interesting because we've got 6 of Pentacles and then we've got straight into it 6 of Cups. So it feels like you're processing some sort of grief, some sort of pain. Because we've got the 6 of Cups, it comes up with some nostalgic energy when we're thinking of all the good things that have happened, but we feel really sad at the same time because we feel like we can't get those memories back. And it feels like you're stuck in that grief energy. You're not really, grief can take some time to move through, and it depends on obviously who is listening, what type of grief this is that you're working through. But when we've got the 6 of Pentacles, it feels like somebody is trying to reach out and help you. Somebody's trying to give you help, but you're finding it difficult to receive right now. You're feeling like you're finding it difficult to listen, to open up, to really speak and communicate how you're feeling. You're just kind of trying to stifle it all in because we've got this sort of sadness, this sad energy that comes up with 6 of Cups, because it's like this man is remembering his old dog and remembering how he grew up with him as a puppy. And there's just, it's just this beautiful energy of love. Like, grief comes when we feel a huge influx of love, like that part is missing in our lives, that part of love, but it isn't. It's always there, it's always around us, it shapes us, it brings us, it transforms us into who we are today. So if you're processing grief, just know that it's okay to reach out for help, it's okay to ask for help. And then we've got the 4 of Pentacles, which again is very linked to giving and receiving, or having difficulty to give and receive. And the 4 of Pentacles is about not always seeing the truth in the circumstances, not always seeing how people could give you advice that you're needing and you're finding it hard to process that advice. So notice what people are saying to you in November. When people come to you with advice, just notice what resonates with you. Just really listen into it. Don't immediately shut it down. Just notice what might be helpful, because it feels like you're being given a lot of guidance, but you're struggling with your emotions right now. The 9 of Swords is all about having to go through this process where our thoughts and our anxiety is all over the place, and it's difficult for us to see the truth because we're so stuck in that emotion. We're not able to see the truth. So November is a month for you to really process your emotions and take a step back and notice the bigger picture and the people that are around you that want to help you and give you support. So yeah, immediately. And then our next card is confusion. Seek professional advice. So there's that word again, advice. Seeking advice amongst the confusion, because our emotions are literally tangled up. It's all over the place and we're not really seeing things clearly. So maybe seek outside help, somebody who isn't a part of the situation. It could be a friend, or it could, as this card states, a professional, somebody who will be able to give you outside advice and give you another perspective that will help you untangle the sort of web of confusion that's surrounding you just now. Yeah, okay, so love, your family and spirit are close by. So this may be for some of you who may have lost a loved one recently, or may have been struggling with an anniversary of a loved one and you're still processing that grief. But this card is really about surrounding you in their protection of love, that you're not alone, that sometimes that although if they're gone, they've left a hole in our heart, it doesn't mean that gaping hole has to cause us pain forever. It just means that we love them so much that them not being here, it's really a testament to them, because we've loved them so much and they're still surrounding you with their love. That's never gone. That energy of love is still there for you. So just notice the people that are around you that do love you and connect to them. And then interestingly, we've got the card of sensuality, fertility and growth. So we're going through, you're going through a time of growth and transformation, and it could be very connected to your sacral chakra, which is connected to our sensuality. So maybe you're doing a lot of womb work, you're maybe having to clear things in your womb, and this is all very connected to our ancestral lineage, our mother lineage, where we're having to heal things on our mother's side that may be showing up in our lives today, but that karma is stopping at you because you're processing it. You're doing the difficult work of processing that emotion. And then we've also got forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. So definitely new beginnings coming up for you, pile number 2. And then I've got I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So November is going to, by the end of November, I feel like things will be much clearer for you. This card is all about paving a way to a new beginning. It's really about clearing away our blocks to our abilities, to feelings of self-worth, to healing. And then it's about moving forward in life and having a clearer plan of what it is that you want to be doing next in your life. And then when we connect to our soul, we're connecting to our soul plan, we're connecting to our destiny, the things that will transform our life for the better. And it feels like you're here for a really big reason, pile number 2. And I just want to remind you that not to forget that you are here for a big reason. And then finally, we've also got another leadership card. So the other card mentioned be the leader you wish you had. And then you've got a leadership card. Step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. So I feel like the stories that not stories, but the life that you have gone through, all the things that you've gone through, your ups, your downs, the grief that you're processing, all of that can be used for the greater good, because you are here to inspire others on their path, inspire others on how they can process their own emotions, their own grief. You're here to be a light, you're here to be this beacon to help others, to show them the way, to say, look, I've been through this, I've been through it all. I've been through this darkness, and I got to where I am today because I believed in myself, and I did this and I did that, and I took these actionable steps, and I didn't stop believing. So you are a leader, so don't forget that, pile number 2. You are here for a greater purpose, and I really want to leave you with that powerful message that you're here for a greater purpose, and that right now you are processing everything for a reason. That it may feel like things aren't clear right now, it may feel like your emotions are all tangled up, but you are going to be here for a reason. You're a leader. So I really hope this message empowered you, pile number 2. If you enjoyed this reading, please comment below, and please share with anybody that you think would enjoy this. Thank you. Hi, this reading is for my pile number 3s. This is your message for the month of November, if I don't get my words tangled up. So this is for any guidance that is coming up for you in November, any messages, and any ways that you can help yourself in November. So let's see what we have for you. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, and Temperance, Moon, good grief, and 3 of Cups. I'm just saying good grief because you've got 3 pretty big cards all at once. So November is going to be a really busy month for you. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, and this card is very much about connecting to your leadership. Like, you're a really strong person, you're really strong-minded. When you set your mind to something, there really is no stopping you. You're very the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is successful, who knows her own mind, who knows what it is that she wants out of life, and she doesn't really take crap from anybody. She's very strong. So this is the energy that you're bringing in November, and I feel like this is very Scorpio type energy. Queen of Pentacles is very much a Scorpio because she's a water sign, but she's also connected to the very strong, grounded energy. So she brings in balance, and then it's interesting because we've got Queen of Pentacles, who's all about success and abundance, and Temperance, who's all about balancing our intuitive side and bringing in that intuition and grounding it. So Temperance is all about working on higher levels of vibration. So notice, pile number 3, and like, what intuitively are you being guided to do in November? Where are you being guided to go? Who are you being guided to talk to? Because Temperance card is all about trusting our intuition, our guidance, and finding the balance between working with our intuition and bringing that down and grounding it into reality. So in November, you're going to be very busy taking action on your goals and ideas, but you're also going to be very intuitive, very empathic, where you're going to be trusting in your heart more in November, because it feels like you've gone through so many lessons before where you've learned how to trust your intuition and you know what it is that you need to be doing next. But the Moon card shows that there's still some intense energies coming through for you, and this feels like it's the same for many of the piles that I have been reading today, where the Moon energy is all about balancing our emotions and feeling like sometimes those emotions can take over. And there is going to be moments in November where you do feel like everything's maybe got on top of you, and it's important to go back to your Temperance lesson, go back to your intuition, center yourself into your heart and trust your inner knowing, your inner wisdom. Our emotions only are here to guide us into what maybe we are needing to heal and to what we are needing to go towards. So when we get really happy, excited emotions, it shows us that we are on the right path and that we are being guided towards that path. But when we feel like we've got very angry, sad, frustrated emotions, it's about tuning into that energy and noticing what is that maybe your blocks, what's blocking you, what are you needing to process. And it's really about understanding our emotions on a deeper level. And I feel like for you, pile number 3, the 3 of Cups is all about bringing your tribe together. And it feels like you're very much an inspiration to other people. Like, you're here to help others on their own journey. You could be doing spiritual work yourself, or you could be somebody who feels very called to help a cause that's important to you, or to help other people, like you're going to be a beacon of help and support for friends who are maybe feeling like they're struggling. And it's very much the Three of Cups about helping each other, raising our vibration up by helping each other and finding our soul tribe. So let's see what else we have. We have holiday, time out, spring, stop, look and listen. Okay, that's interesting. And luxury, abundance comes in many forms. So interestingly, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles that shows you're very much a hard worker, but you also have this empathic, intuitive side. You're very sensitive as well, and you can maybe take on more than what you need to, because when we've got the time out card, you're being called to really notice what you need to nurture your soul, to nourish your soul and your body. This card's really about immediately getting that. Are you eating healthy enough? Are you supporting your body? Are you moving your body in a way that is beneficial? So the time out card is like, take a break, take a step back from things that feel like it's draining your energy, and stop. So it's very interesting. We've got the spring card, stop, look and listen. And that's going back to the temperance energy of really slowing down and tuning in to our soul and what we are being guided to do next. But first of all, you need to give yourself the space to do that, because when our minds are busy and our lives are really busy, you may not be giving yourself the space to tune in to what your soul is calling you to do, and instead you might be doing things for the wrong reason, which is to maybe please other people and not so much yourself. And the abundance comes in many forms. So the luxury card is saying that, you know, there's a lot of success in your life in many different ways. It doesn't always mean success through money. It means success through the life you've led. Like you could be a mother, or you could be somebody who's very deeply caring, and in a way, your abundance comes because you're surrounded by people that love you and that you love as well. So in that respect, you're very abundant. It can also mean abundance in success and being able to, you know, spend a little bit more on yourself, look after yourself, do things that, you know, you would love to do for yourself. So abundance, yeah, abundance comes in many forms. It's a very interesting energy. And then we've also got you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, community. And that's interesting because we've got the Three of Cups, which is all about bringing together communities. And this could be online communities because, of course, with the way things are right now, we are finding it difficult to connect to our family and friends the way we used to. But finding ways to connect in other ways that will be more beneficial to you. So know that you're not alone. There's so many of us out there that are going through the same thing. This card is about finding your soul tribe, finding people that connect to you, that you feel a deep connection to. And then you're not for everyone. Okay, perfect. Embrace your weirdness, fears, face your true north. I absolutely love this card. So this card is saying some friendships in your life may shift in the month of November, and it feels like that with Three of Cups, where you're really wanting to connect to people that resonate with where you are today. Because sometimes we have friends that we outgrow, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just life. Sometimes we grow, we expand, and our ideas, our hobbies, everything can change. And that can mean that the people we attract in our lives once before end up moving away or end up moving on to something else, and we don't really resonate with their energy anymore. So know that you're not for everybody. It's like myself, I'm not for everybody, and it's about not taking it personally. So in November, find your soul tribe. This is a clearer message that is really coming through. Slow down, trust your intuition, and find your soul tribe. And finally, this card feels like it ties everything in together. Rebirth, reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams and create a new reality. So in November, you're going through this huge transformation where your whole energy is going to be changing, where you're going to be moving through your emotions, you're going to be healing, doing a lot of deep healing work. And when you come out the other side, by December, you're going to be a different person. And that does mean that you will resonate with different people in your life, but you will be more surrounded with the people that will uplift your energy field. Not so much the friends that, kind of moan sometimes or kind of bring us down, but more the people that will uplift you, that will inspire you. So notice your teachers, notice the people even in your everyday life that inspire you, but also notice what teachers you feel drawn to. People who have maybe gone through a similar path to you and are now inspiring others on their own path. Just notice what is resonating with you, because the month of November is very much about trusting your body, your intuition, and where you're feeling called to be. So it's a very transformational month for you, pile number 3. So I hope this reading resonated for you, and please comment below if you enjoyed it, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Thank you. 8 of Swords and 4 of Swords reversed. Okay, so we've got a lot of sword energy. So sword energy is all about our thoughts. It's about sword energy can be sometimes conflicting. It can sometimes be blocks that we're having to move through. So when we've got the Queen of Swords, like, she is a deep thinker, so she has to think. It takes some time to really think about our path ahead, and this is the energy that's coming up for you in November, where you're having to really gain some clarity about what your next steps are, because right now it's not feeling very clear for you. It may be that you're having to think of a new direction that you want to go in, or maybe there's a situation that's no longer resonating with you. This could be a job for some of you, or even a home where it doesn't feel right anymore and you're thinking of moving or changing. And I say moving because we've got the Chariot because energy here. So the Chariot is all about movement. It can mean taking action on new goals, but it can also even mean like literally moving. So that's why I was thinking about moving house for some of you. But this card is all about taking action as well, taking action on our goals and having a long-term plan in place. Like, this card is really about delving deep into what it is that you want. Because when we've got the 8 of Swords, or 8 of Swords reversed, sorry, 8 of Swords reversed, it's hard to tell there. Like, it feels like there's this illusion that you're stuck where you are, that you're stuck and tied up. Because this woman's looking in the mirror and she's like looking at her reflection and she's seeing herself stuck, that there's people keeping her where she is and she doesn't know how to break free, but actually there's nothing on her. She's got no cords around her, so she's looking in the wrong place, basically. So 8 of Swords is all about change your perspective, change your outlook. If you're feeling stuck, notice, bring up reasons why right now you're feeling stuck. Like, what is making you feel blocked from moving forward? Because once you process that, I feel like you realize these things that are holding you down aren't really real. It feels like a lot of things are in your mind, and it's important for you to see yourself as others see you. You're very strong, you're very intelligent, you're very wise, but you overthink things sometimes, and that can be your biggest block, is overthinking. But it also means, I feel like you're also processing a lot, because when we've got the 4 of Swords reversed, it can mean like we're processing grief, we're processing hurt emotions, and we're kind of in our bubble right now. Like, we have this great idea about where we want to go, and we feel passionate, we get excited when we think about it. But when it comes to taking that next step, it means having to come out your comfort zone, having to do something that feels very alien and uncomfortable to you. And you don't want to get hurt again, so you're trying to stay in this little bubble and you don't want to leave it. So The Four of Swords is about processing your heart emotions, processing emotions around your heart area where maybe you've been hurt before or you've been let down and you're scared that's going to happen again. So November for you is about processing your emotions and understanding your blocks. So let's see what else we've got. So we've got new regime, health first. Okay. Intuition, listen to your soul. Yeah, perfect. And vanity, beauty comes from within. Okay, right. So we've got two cards here, the vanity and the new regime, that both talk about your health and how you perceive yourself to others. So I dropped my cards. That was handy. So I just want to show these to you together. So I feel like they're very much cards to be seen together. So we've got health first. And this card is saying maybe it feels like you're over judging yourself, because when we've got vanity, it can mean that there's nothing wrong with wanting to be beautiful, to look beautiful, but sometimes we judge ourselves by what society tells us we should look at, like the perfect woman, and it's not always attainable. And just to work on your health, feeling good on the inside first, what can you do to nourish your body and your soul and make you feel more vibrant and more in tune with your body? So maybe you want to start a new health regime, maybe you want to go do yoga, or you want to go out walking more, or you want to eat better, go on a new diet. And everything, when you do that, when you start loving yourself as you are right now, but you start bringing in a new routine that supports your body and your soul, then the whole vanity thing will go out the window, because we will realize that our vibrancy comes from within. It doesn't come from with our external appearance. It comes from how we feel. And that's why we've got intuition. Trust your intuition. Trust where your soul is leading you. Trust actually what your body is needing as well, because it feels like you're needing to give yourself a lot more care, self-care, than maybe what you've been doing, a lot more self-love. Because your intuition is sort of guiding you to what you're needing right now. And maybe you're just needing to slow down a bit, just reconnect to yourself, reconnect to your body, have fun. It feels like if there's blocked emotions, and when we move our body in a certain way, we can move through those emotions. We can release that stagnant energy that's been holding us back. So it could be something as simple as doing yoga that can help move your body in a certain way to release toxic energy. I've been trying Kundalini yoga recently to help with repressed emotions, and it's been so amazing, so powerful to be able to move my body in such a vibrant way that I'm able to process my emotions more, rather than just sit with them and meditate with them. Moving through them in my body is a way for me to really release it. And it feels like you've got similar cards that say the same thing for you. Let's see what else we've got before my battery runs out. We've got double mission, light worker, star seed, serve the world by being you. That's absolutely what just came up between the vanity and the health card. And the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So those cards are so apt. They just talk about the same thing but on another higher frequency. So we've got the double mission. You're a light worker, a star seed, somebody who's very empathic, very aware of your own energy, but you're needing to support your energy more. You're needing to work on clearing your energy, because your heart chakra is still holding on to a lot of pain and deep emotions from the past that are holding you back. So you're needing to move your body. See how the woman in this card is like dancing to the cosmic vibration of the universe. Like she's dancing, she's moving her body, and that feels like that's what the message is coming up for you, to move your body in November in a way that feels right for you. And finally, we've got expansion. I got so excited when I saw this card. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. Expansion. It feels like you've been so hard on yourself lately. You've been you keep yourself to such high expectations that you can't possibly live up to them, and you're putting too much pressure on yourself. So November for you, pal number 4, is really about slowing down, about tuning into your body and increasing your light frequency from within by doing things that nourish you, that support you. Surround yourselves with things that inspire you. Read books that inspire you. Watch things or teachers that inspire you. But just focus on yourself in November, because it feels like your energy is maybe drained right now. It feels like there's exhaustion coming in. Maybe some of you are having headaches, or you're having anxiety and difficulty sleeping. So work on your energy, work on your self-care in November, and it feels like once you do, everything else is going to fall into place, because people will be looking at you thinking, my God, what's she done? She looks amazing. And it's because you've worked on your inner power. And that's the most important thing for you, pal number 4, is work on your inner power. Because once you feel powerful within yourself, no matter what is happening around you, you are able to just take that next step to whatever goal or whatever it is that you're wanting to do next in your life. So I hope that message resonated with you, pal number 4. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Take care.